They finished up Langholm 12, Hawick YM 16. I'll bring in the Hawick YM skipper first of all, Stevie Hill. Well, Stephen, just come over here just 1 second. Not the greatest conditions this afternoon, but, you know, opening day victory, you must be happy with that.
We're happy with that. Langholm's always a tricky place to come. You've got to get a game here. Obviously the conditions weren't the best. We've trained hard pre-season. We'll take the win and we'll move on from there.
Yeah, of course, Livingston next week. But
next week,
you had to kind of adapt this afternoon because Jamie Duncan, I mean, after what, you know, don't think 10 minutes he had to go off. I mean, you know, and you were throwing in something you probably didn't expect this afternoon.
Well, we worked on that a wee bit of training because he was struggling a bit. Obviously, I'm not a natural thrower into the ball but as you probably noticed there, but we'll just have to, I mean, we've got Rummel, he's injured now, he's had a knee operation, he'll be back in about 4 weeks or something, so we'll just have to play with what we've got there now and keep going the way we're going.
How difficult did Langholm make it for you today?
Oh, very difficult, sure. You can at every breakdown they're there competing, you're trying to get clean ball. I mean, they're there spoiling everything. Obviously the way we play, we like to move the ball fast, but Langholm just slowed everything down and we had to adapt to that.
Now, what was the chat at half-time then, Stephen? Obviously, you're captain this season, obviously a big role for yourself, so you're leading by example. I mean, is it an education for yourself as well? Well,
a wee bit short, but I mean, we've got a lot of experienced boys there, and Billy Lilly, Dean McCracken, they boys have been there, they've done it all, so it's not just myself. I mean, they boys have got words of wisdom for the younger boys as well, so it's always good to have them there,
Speaking of the young boys, young Matty Douglas at full back this afternoon, a baptism of fire for him.
Aye, Matty played well, I mean, they put a few balls up on him, they must have noticed he was a young boy and he trained them well, and hopefully he'll learn for that and come on for there.
Now, as you always knew, it was going to be a tough one opening against obviously Langholm here at Millington. You've got Livingston next week at the Hawk. I mean, does this now you start building from this opening day victory?
Aye, we'll start building for there. I mean, Livingston, we've not played them before, we always can't what Langholm would be like, so we'll just pitch up at training Tuesday and work on what we've been working on and take it into Saturday and hopefully get another win.
So of course you've got the game's only try as well. Now it's from about 10 metres out. By the time you get to the club rooms, it'll be about 40 metres out.
I wasn't sure if I was getting that because Billy Lilly had his hands on the bar and I didn't think it was coming out my way, but he passed it and I dived in, so I'd say it was nice to get on the score sheet, but at the end of the day it's a team game, and all the boys performed and we've got the win.
Yeah, not the best of conditions, but as you say, a win's a win. That's a great start to your campaign.
Definitely, Stuart, definitely.
Good on you, Stephen. I'll speak to you no doubt in the next few weeks anyway. Good luck in your campaign. Thanks so much. That's Stephen Hill, the Hawick YM skipper. I'm going to bring in Niall Cubbon, the Langholm skipper. Obviously he'll be a very disappointed man, Neil, but you know, the game was there in patches for you.
Yeah, obviously very disappointed. We had quite high hopes of getting a victory here today. We knew it wouldn't be easy with their record last year, so this week we had a good session Tuesday, Thursday, and we were pretty confident, but I think the better team won on the day. The team that was hungrier, we just didn't seem to want it as much as the YM did.
Yeah, I think Stephen Hill pointed out there, I mean, I think your spoiling work was absolutely first class this afternoon. You know they like to, you know, play open rugby, and you were spoiling all the time. Was that a tactic that, you know, from kick-off you thought, right, let's just don't let them play?
It was a wee bit. We knew that they've got pace out wide, so we were trying to stop that going out there, but it's not good for us being able to spoil their ball but not being able to do anything with the ball that we had. We didn't have as much ball as we would have liked, but what we did with it just wasn't good enough.
Now 4 penalties from yourself, Neil. You did have chances to steal the game at the end there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We just seemed wrong decisions and things like that. We were awful loose today. We turned over a hell of a lot easy, and it's just not good enough in this type of league. We've been in this league now for 4 or 5 years, and every year it's so close, and we just can't afford to lose games like that.
So as captain then, obviously, and Davy Scam, the coach, and that, how you got to pick yourselves up for next weekend?
Next weekend we'll go in, we'll have a few beers, we'll come back together on Tuesday, speak a wee bit about the game, but we don't often look back. We just need to look forward to Allen next week. We know it's going to be a tough game away up there, so we just have to work hard Tuesday, Thursday this week again, and hopefully things will come together a bit better as what they did today.
Yeah, obviously conditions same for both sides, but you know, it wasn't the ideal conditions, was it, today?
No, not at all, no. Just the rain we had this morning, the pitch was a bit greasy, the surface was breaking up quite easy, and obviously the ball was slippy, so that didn't help our cause, but as you say, it's the same for both teams.
Yeah. What plus points then, Neil, can you take from Langham's performance today?
Plus points, the effort was always there, just it was the clinicalness that just wasn't there at all when we were putting phases together. Our scrum which has been going well in pre-season, just seemed to creak a wee bit today. Our line-out creaked a wee bit today, where it's been solid in pre-season as well, but we just need to keep working on these things. Hopefully they'll come back together. Yeah, do you feel it's going to be a hard season? I think it's going to be a hard season, national one anyway. You've been in it, as you say, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. It's a dog-eat-dog league. It is. The teams are so evenly matched. I know YM, they went 22 from 22 last year, but they beat us here today, but they'll find this league really hard because Livingston are a stuffy team. As I say, we're away to Ellen next week. You've got your Glasgow teams, the Garnicks and things. Yeah. It's just such an even league that it's going to be tough, and you can't pick anybody out at the moment. Yeah. Main thing is, though, Neil, I think from a Borders point of view, that we've got Langholm and Hawick YM in that top 4 come the end of the season. Yeah, definitely. All the best to YM. We obviously want to beat them here and beat them up there as well, but it would be nice to see the two of us in the top 4 to progress into the leagues next year. Final note, what a crowd here this afternoon. Great support for both sides. Yeah, it was, yeah. It was always going to be a good crowd, I think, when it's a local derby, but it's nice to see the Waterside full again. Just good on those that came down to stand and watch that in these miserable conditions. Well, hard lines for today, Neil, but hopefully we'll be speaking to you throughout the season when we talk about victories. Perfect, thanks very much. Good man, that's Niall Cubbon, the Langholm skipper. Thanks, Neil, as he head back in to the changing rooms. So, a fair assessment, honest assessment from both captains there, Stuart Cameron, but Hawick YM just that bit stronger for them. Yeah, I think so. I think they had the better chances. Certainly Dean McCracken was awesome, I thought, today. He put the ball in the right parts of the pitch. Langholm really only had one try-scoring chance, and that was right at the end, and another drop ball for them as well, which really counted them out. But had that gone to hand, they would have been in the victory position by 1 point, so it was that close. Yeah, that close, and I think it is going to be a very tough league this season, but both from a Borders point of view, Langholm and Hawick YM want to finish in that top 4. Langholm away next Saturday up at Ellen, and Hawick, well, they've got certainly a tough one up against Livingston next Saturday at the Hawk. But all in all, it's been a good opening day victory here for Hawick YM, the new boys to National League Division 1, but they were made to fight all the way here at Melntown. The final score then, it finished Langholm 12, Hawick YM 16.